Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble, on Blogger as an archive post thing, and extra support on Patreon. Any kind of updates usually I go about on Twitter, X platform. Yesterday I did manage to get around a little bit late at my time zone episode of Fallen Order, but today we'll get Mutant Year Zero around my usual time that I usually manage to upload. And then tomorrow it's another Jedi Fallen Order, then a Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden. What I will try meantime with the live streams, I might try to get around replacing the day that I usually do the that I did the Prey one. I will introduce like a live stream instead of basically doing this gaming episode. I will replace the slot with Elden Ring live streaming. So basically I will try to get around. I cannot commit to this, but I will try to get around like Mondays and Thursdays to do live streaming, and of course on the weekends when I can I will also jump in and do something there. The VOD's episode, I don't have any kind of slot. It's when it's ready, it's ready. Usually I take at least 2 to 3 days because I have to editing out a little bit of the breaks here, but it's usually 3 hours of footage to upload, and then to render, to upload, and then wait for YouTube to process all of that stuff for 4K60. It always takes a little bit more time here, but yeah, regarding everything else, everything seems on okay and on schedule. As a reminder, as I finished Prey, it's on the completed gameplay series here, so if you want to recap everything, it's around 24 episodes. Very interesting. This game is pretty good, especially when it's on a deal. It's a steal. It's a pretty very underrated game. Let's go for the news. So we've been seeing a lot of AMD movement regarding cutting prices here and there, and now it's the time for the 7900X3D. So it's a 12 core, so it's like 2 chiplets designs with 6 core each. This is a 3D cache. I think in this one it only has one 3D cache, on one of the kind of chiplet cores. But yeah, it's $400, the most cheap that it's ever been, as I can remember. But still, the 7800X3D is the better one. It's less $50 than this, which is a little bit better value, even though for probably for like mixed workloads, I think the 7900X3D might not be a bad choice depending on your preference. But yeah, all the 3D ones are usually the same, 120 watts TDPs. It has less cache, the 7800X3D, than the 7900X3D, but I think it's a little bit to do with the fact that it has more cores. But yeah, the boost clocks usually it's a little bit less. Again, it's the design itself. But for gaming, you don't need like ultra high clocks to a certain degree. Usually, the 3D cache takes advantage of the fact that some games use that additional cache on the CPU there. But yeah, seems interesting. There are deals on Amazon and on Newegg also. The 7800X3D, it's only on Newegg. And the 7900X3D is only Amazon. The 7950X3D, it's on Amazon in Newegg, but it's a little bit, it's like $200 plus than the 7900X3D. But yeah, here you go. Continuing with the AMD, yeah, there is a video here reference, the one that I watched, the GRE retest. First of all, there seems to be like a bug on the software regarding the ability of overclocking the GPU here, but I think it's patched up, if not mistaken, or will be patched up very soon. Basically, it's a bug that limits a little bit the overclocking possibilities of this GPU. So the overall thing here, it's Underwear Unbox did retest but this time without the reference GPU. It did test with the AIB, sorry, from Sapphire, the Nitro Plus one, which it seems the better one in terms of temperatures and noise. Seems the most balanced one. And yeah, there is a difference if you compare between the 7800 XT reference card. There is a huge jump, around almost 15% in terms of performance in gaming. And even between AIBs and the reference card, there seems to be a good amount of performance increase regarding the reference card, because of the overclocking capabilities that the AIBs are managed to unlock, mainly through total board power there. I think I think the reference card is limited to 305 watts, while the AIBs usually can unlock around 350 watts, which can be a lot, translated mainly because of the extra 33 extra compute units or cores that the GRE has regarding the 7800 XT. So you might see a little bit better performance maybe, but still the $50 is like extra regarding the 7800 XT to the 7900 GRE might not be the best option, mainly because then the AIBs usually don't charge the MSRP of the reference card, so got that inconvenience there also. But yeah, the difference will not if they were like the 7800 XT was $50 cheaper than, for example, this Sapphire, if it was a $50 difference, it will compensate to jump to the 7900 GRE. But regardless, because of the price differences, the price to the price frame to performance, it's basically the same. You don't see any kind of value in that. But yeah, the fix is coming for the limited overclocking capabilities for the GRE if you purchase any of these. But yeah, if you're going to jump into the 79 GRE, AIB it's the way to go, mainly because they have better tolerances there for the overclocking things there. Continue with some gaming industry news. Got some news regarding Tokyo Game Show. It will be coming September 26 to 29 in Makuhari Mess in Chiba, Japan, prefecture of Chiba, I think. Sorry. And yeah, it's going to have the main thing is going to have a neighborhood format, so a lot of on-presence things there for visitors, mainly because they I don't recall seeing. I know I saw. I think they like 70-something% of people that went to the Tokyo Game Show last year were foreigners. So they travel purposely to go to the Tokyo Game Show, which is kind of interesting, and it's gaining momentum in terms of the people that want to attend from out of Japan. And they also are doing official streaming. I suppose there's going to be an official streaming channel with a lot of programming while things happen there physically also. But yeah, you gotta, like, basically this is like a corporate thing here of like a press release with everything that goes about here. But yeah, basically the main takeaway is September 26th to 29th. Yeah, if you want to go there, book your stuff because it's going to happen. And yeah, just a quick note here, it's the CISA, so Computer Entertainment Suppliers Association, in conjunction or with collaboration with Nikkei Business Publications and Dentsu Inc. They are going to together put this thing together. But yeah, good to see that still there are some ways to go about doing in-presence game shows here, even during this time, even though the CES is kaput. I don't think they would even do virtual stuff, it's just kaput. But yeah, at least Tokyo Game Show, it's a saving grace here. But yeah, this is what I got for you today. And lastly, we got some interesting gaming news. Seems that Remedy acquired the full control of its IP control. Sorry, it's a double entendre here. Remedy took 100% ownership of the own IP control. For 1700, there's been around several different numbers, but again, this is 17 million euros, which is going to translate around between 18 to 19 million dollars, give or take. So you might see some difference in the numbering. I saw some articles like 18 or 19 million dollars, so this is 17 million euros. Yeah, they acquired that from 505 Games, which was the publisher. And funny enough, this value is basically the same that the publisher had paid already for the development of the sequel of Control, which is codenamed Condor at this moment in time. But yeah, regardless, 505 will continue to remain the publisher of the original Control until there is a transition period that will end by the end of this year. So I think Alan Wake 2, they met. Yeah, they did something similar with Alan Wake, which led basically for them to have creative freedom to do Alan Wake 2. Yeah, so it's good to see that at least the minds behind these franchises, which is basically Sam Lake, I think. No, Sam Lake. It's not Sam Lake. The head of the studio. Oh my god, I completely forgot his name. I don't think it's Sam Lake. The guy is Finnish. Yeah, doesn't matter. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, it's good to see that the studio basically as a developer now has control of what they can do with the in terms of what they can do with their IPs. Given that also there is like a universe created with Control and Alan Wake, so they can have now more freedom to play around with that. And they will do something, I think they will do something regarding that with Alan Wake 2 DLC that supposedly will come this year or later this year, and we might see some kind of connections there, so they don't have to be, because they now have controlled the IP, that they are not obligated to obey to a certain degree in terms of any kind of limitations they can have regarding the games that they want to do, which is good. Alan Wake 2, from all the reviews and the little footage that I saw, seems excellent. Again, this is one of the games that I will intend to play out, even though at this moment in time it's basically the better version of Alan Wake is on Epic Game Stores. Yeah, I think I have it on Steam, I'm not sure. I might have to try out on Steam, but Alan Wake 2 is at this moment exclusive on Epic Game Stores, and the way I went about it, I cannot buy the game without through PayPal without any kind of circumventing all the credit card stuff. I don't like giving my credit card number to anything. But yeah, regarding that issue, when I solve, I will jump into the Remedy connected universe. And lastly, we got here an interesting video that I was not aware about regarding Dragon's Dogma 2, and the video covers a little bit the Dragon's Dogma 1 character creation, which Factual Life goes about here in a little bit more detail on their video, which is basically how physics are affected in the character selection. So basically the height, the weight, and the height can, of course, the more basically the more weight in general terms, the more weight your character has, he has more stamina, but the stamina recovery speed is less than the guy that has less weight, while the person with less weight has less, can recover faster stamina, but he also spends more stamina in actions, and the other way around with people with more weight, they can spend less stamina per doing certain actions, but they recover slower. And then also regarding the weight, it has like carry weight that the character can go about and carry stuff. They can people with more weight can carry more stuff, while smaller people cannot carry that much weight. Makes a little bit more sense. It's got a little twist of being more realistic in terms of physics, and there is also height. Very interestingly, supposedly on the first game there was like some goblin layers that basically only small people could enter there, and do those layers there, while very tall characters could not do that, which is very interesting. And again, of course, height can be influenced by the fact that, for example, it's very niche kind of conditions. When you are in a puddle, it's the drench debuff. Basically, if you are a taller people, you get probably less drench debuff, and it get less affected to a certain degree regarding, for example, some electric spells or something like that in water. While a smaller person in terms of height will be more affected in those kind of debuffs. Very interesting how they're going about it. I will leave, of course, every link of any articles that I cover here on the description. And very interesting how they're going about it. And they speculate. We don't have confirmation if this kind of mechanics are going to be implemented in Dragon's Dogma 2. But yeah, it's very interesting if they are implemented. It gives a little bit more reality to the game itself. Yeah, I'm very interested in this game. I'm quite very excited to see how this will turn up. Capcom has been doing great lately in terms of their franchises, and this might be another almost 10 out of 10, another masterpiece coming out. We will see. I'm going to just finish up with some gaming deals. We got Bioshock the collection until 7th of March. Again, this is the free games, being that the two are remastered versions, plus the DLC associated with Bioshock 2 and Bioshock Infinite and the DLCs there. Everything is 80% off. I think it's around $15, give or take. Or $20, all things. I already have Bioshock Infinite on my library, so I'm not sure the final price. But yeah, 80% is an excellent deal here. At least the first game. You need to play at least the first game to have an idea the influence that it had on other afterwards with other first-person shooters. We got the Zero Dawn Complete Edition. I think the sequel will come to PC later this month, if not mistaken. But yeah, at least you got the first one here, 75% off. I think it's a good price, and the game seems pretty good. We got also Remnant 2. Again, this is not a game for me. It's a very co-op stuff there, but it's been a very popular game. At least I see a lot of stuff regarding this game, but now it's on sale, 40% off. On the standard and ultimate edition. We got also jusant. It's still on sale, 25% off. This is one of the games I'm very interested to play with, how they tell the story through the environment. We got also XCOM. Everything XCOM related is on sale on Steam also, 80% off the first game, and the Evil Within, Enemy Within, sorry, not Evil Within, Evil Within is another game. But yeah, the complete package 80% off, which is good. I got everything on my library, that's why I assume this is the right price. We got XCOM 2, everything is discounted. I think it's, but if you want to play, it's XCOM 2 War of the Chosen content. That's the one that you should get. I already have everything on my library. That's why I'm quite not sure if this is discounted on the bundle itself. But yeah, please be sure to check out. But yeah, it really truly deserves be played if you like turn-based battle games here, and strategy also. Unless you got XCOM Chimera Squad, I still have to do a gameplay on this one. I don't know when. We will see. Seems pretty interesting the way the twists and turns they try to do on the gameplay thing there, and the mechanics they. And of course, a little bit of the story. It's like post XCOM 2 story-wise, and the Chimera Squad, of course, as you can see, it's a bunch of aliens and humans and in between stuff there. Very interesting how they're going about it, and it's only like $3. I think it's well worth the price here. And on GOG, we got the Deus Ex Human Revolution, so the director's cut, 85% off, and also 85% off Deus Ex Mankind Divided. This is the digital deluxe edition with all the DLC associated, so the playable content there. I think it's an excellent price here. I started to play around, I don't know when, I think when it came out, but I never picked it up, but it's one of those that I want to pick up again. And yeah, basically it's what I got for you today. I'm sorry the video is coming up a little bit later than usual, but yeah, It's what I can get. Sometimes work gets in the way to a certain degree. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up here with the plug on my Patreon as an extra support. Mainly the extra support will be more directly to storage, mainly because I want to have the possibility to have backups. So backups, there's the stuff that I do for my clients, and of course some extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And yeah, basically this is it for today. I hope we have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, Kunamy Master out.